Hello everybody, I hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay, so at the beginning of this video, I just wanted to show you where this apartment is that I built it because when I was kind of going through and cycling through all the apartments and everything, I didn't see this the first like 2 times I went through all the apartments and I was like, oh, these are great apartments to build. They're long, long and narrow, so not necessarily ideal, but they're really big and they offer a lot of space. So like, yes. So this is where they were, and so I kind of, if you guys want me to do more of that at the beginning of videos and everything, of the apartment builds, so that way you know where they are, and so I can do that. So, with this apartment, it has the walls to the highest height, which I have actually yet to build. I have never built a house or a room or anything that was max height. I built it at the middle height, but never the max height. So this was definitely like a kind of test in skills because I ended up with like massive walls and like no idea what to do with them. And so it was definitely like experience. Oh, okay. And before we get too much farther, I forgot to do walls and flooring until the end. It's just, and it was like, normally when I forget, it's normally not that bad, but this one was like real bad because I ended up, when I was originally designing this, I was like, I'll do pops of colors. I'll do like blue counters or cabinets and it'll be like kind of splashes of color there, especially after apartment 2 because I did these back to back and I was like, okay, I can't do the neutral mistake of apartment 2. So I was like, pops of color, I need them. And so I went in and did like pops of color in like the kitchen and everything. And then I started designing the living room and I was like, oh, I really want to use the new furniture and everything, and I really liked the neutral peachy tones, and I was just kind of designing everything, and when I went back to the kitchen and everything, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna keep, and then I went on to decide what I wanted, like walls, and I was like, this is not working, and like then I that's not actually words, Sarah. I went and ended up picking for the dining room a very modern table, and I was like, this isn't working, we're changing everything. And so I ended up like completely changing not how the kitchen was designed layout wise, but like colors and things like that. It was like, oh, normally I don't make that big boo-boos, you know? Ugh. So this one turned out to be the most modern feeling to me anyway. It's pretty modern compared to my other builds, but like there are definitely more modern builds out there. So, but once I kind of figured out that I liked the more modern-esque, I went more modern, I think, in like everything except the bed. The bed is like the only thing that's like not modern because this is the most expensive apartment I've done yet out of the 3. And I was putting in like super expensive TV, super nice computer, really nice furniture, fireplace, things like that. And I was like, okay, I need the most expensive bed. So I put in like the $13,000 or $12,000 bed, the expensive bed. So that's the only like not modern, I guess, thing. And the bathroom's not too modern. That's because the bathroom is, one, really small, and so consequently you can't do a lot of like stuff. If I were to redo this build, I would probably put a little bit more room in the bathroom because it's teeny. And the house is so big, you can really fit more stuff. So, but yeah, here's where I was like, ooh, okay. Oh, and I love this table. Like, this is my new favorite dining room table. I don't know if you guys have a favorite table, but this is my new favorite dining room table. It is beautiful. It is black. It comes in lots of different colors. I love that strip of glass down the middle. Like, I'm in love, guys. This is beautiful. Like, I want that table in real life. It would be a pain in the butt to clean, but I want it. And so that really, I guess, cemented the whole, oh, we're going modern with this, eh? So, yeah. So now I'm kind of figuring out the bathroom. So I didn't have a funky shape with this one, but I wanted to fit a tub because this is a more expensive, I'm going to call it a restaurant, more expensive apartment and a little more upscale place in town. So I felt like you needed a bathtub. not just a shower, a bathtub. I would have loved to put a separate shower and bathtub, but I felt like it wasn't, okay, first of all, I didn't design the bathroom big enough to put a separate shower and tub. So if I'd kind of rearranged things, maybe, but I really liked the design and layout of the bedroom. So yeah. And once again, this is a single bedroom, single bathroom, style apartment. I wanted everything to be kind of big and luxurious. Oh, and I really, really like the new tables that came with City Living. They have a mirror on top. They are so cool. And granted, they are kind of, I want to say Indian-esque in design. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. But they have really cool designs, so they might not fit with every build, but I kind of decided to do, not really like mix and match, but like, I guess more travel. Because like the suitcases, I really like those suitcases. Those are cool. Oh, and this was the rug. It's actually, I was looking at the description, it's actually like chalk rug, but it's really cool. And they are really bright and vibrant colors, and that's the rug I ended up going with. It's not the brightest one, but it has a lot of movement, and I like the circle movement rug, and I was like, oh! And I almost ended up changing it, but I decided not to, because it's not necessarily the brightest thing, but it's bright compared to the other colors in the room. And so here I'm kind of I've realized that I had to change everything, and here I'm deciding walls and everything, and I wanted to put in something with that middle partition. I don't really know what it's called. I'm not a wall expert, but I ended up going with this red. Like, what? It's super, super bright, but I actually really like it. And when you have the dark tones of the kitchen, the black counters, and the black of the table of the dining room set and everything, it worked. I really liked it. And I didn't want it to be like that solid paint color since the walls were so tall. I wanted something to separate it. And here, I may have figured out what I wanted wallpaper or wall-wise, but flooring, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't find a wood texture I wanted, and I wasn't happy with the carpet, and I didn't want to go tile or anything like that. I think it was because it was all one big room that it wasn't working, so I ended up dividing it all up and having the kitchen separate so it's not so massive, and I ended up going with that dark wood, which I think it's my preferred, but I in my mind I think I wanted a lighter color, but if I went with a lighter wood, it wouldn't match with the dark brown in the walls, and then if I went white, it was so stark white, it was not gonna work. So this is what I do like how it ended up. So, and here I ended up putting a little keyboard there because I was trying to figure out what to put there because I had space. I was like, oh, I have space to play with. So I had to figure out kind of something small, and I realized in my other apartment builds that I hadn't really put any hobby-esque items, and so this one I tried to put it in. I put a lot of music items. I put the keyboard. I think I put a violin in, and I thought about putting a guitar. I don't know if I actually get it in there, but I was like, okay, I need to this one's probably the most tailored to a certain person, I guess, but it's not in any way, shape, or form. And feel free to change any of those items. Change it. Let's say you have an artist sim, put an easel in there, those kinds of things. And curtains, I realized I didn't put in any of the other ones, but then again, the other two had those big windows, the open windows, and so curtains don't really work with those. But they had that kind of older style windows, and I could not. Okay, curtains and Sims 4, why are they not better? None of them match, and they haven't put any new ones out, and at least not in any of the packs I have, and none of the colors match, and none of the colors are good. Why? I could go on, and I shouldn't, because I'll just finish the entire video talking about curtains, but I won't. I'll spare you. But curtains, I was like, forget this, and okay, I don't really, since in the City Living you can't change the windows, if I could have, I would have changed them to be that more modern and match the interior, because the interior does not match the exterior. You have more modern on the inside than the windows, which are like, pfft, and it's like, ugh. And yeah. So anyway, yeah. So here, I just was adding more detail in the little study area. I saw all those little trophies things, and I was like, well, this is probably an accomplished person who owns this. They have more money, probably. They've done some stuff with their life. And so I put like 2 fireplaces, and I was like, yes, money. And then I was trying to figure out, I'm like, wait, I need a bookcase. And I learned you cannot drag bookcases up, like, they're like fixed in place on the wall. You can like hold Alt down and everything and move them sideways, but you can't drag them up and down like pictures. So, note to self, yeah. So that's what I ended up putting that, I made kind of a partition wall to kind of actually divide up the kitchen and the living room, and I actually really liked it. It was kind of a spur of the moment. I saw that and I was like, ooh, I really like this bookcase. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm like, oh, ooh, it actually works. Let's do this. So that went there, and I really like how it turned out. I think it really added another dimension to the room, because otherwise it was just this massively open area, and it was like, we need some division here. And so here I was just trying to add, I guess, pops of color into this, what became a kind of blue room. And outside you have this red, and then blue, and the bathroom is more white. And and this is what I ended up doing with these massive walls. I blew up pictures because I was like, I don't know what to do with these. And I couldn't find like big wall stuff to put that I liked, and I didn't want to reuse the big the big paintings that I've been using. I'm like, I want something different. So that's what I ended up doing. I think it worked out pretty well. So, but yeah. And so yeah, just kind of adding some little details, trying to go through and do different lights and things like that. So, but I really like those tables. The mirrors are awesome. Ah! So just trying to add a little bit of greenery. I realized I didn't have a lot of plants. And I was like, oh, another great thing about that bookcase, you can like put stuff on the bookcases. It's awesome. It's like I found my favorite table and I found my favorite bookcase. It's beautiful. And so here are the screenshots. So yeah, just a couple different views and everything. So I know that the giant TV might not be everybody's favorite. Feel free to change that. I felt like the person who owns this wanted the giant TV, and the windows were just kind of in the way. So that's why that turned out like it did. And so as always, you can download this on the gallery. Just search #Smitchell. And feel free to follow me on other social media. My links are below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see my other videos. I'll see you guys next time. Have an awesome day. Bye!